An Arctic blast on Long Island, the deep freeze creating potentially dangerous conditions on the road. Feel like temperatures in the single digits in some spots this morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm Jasmine Anderson. The falling temperatures and slick, icy conditions are making things challenging for commuters this morning. Here's a look at today's highs, so bundle up. Topping up at the 20s, take a look at this. It's even colder in some spots tonight. The cold continues ahead of another storm with some more snow on the way for Friday. The weather caused delayed starts and even some school closures across the island today. Many have a 2-hour delayed opening with a handful of pre-K and nursery schools closed for the day. For more on closings and this weekend's storm, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. The ex-Marine from Long Island charged in a subway chokehold death is expected to appear in court again today. There is a hearing in the case against West Islip Daniel Penny. He's charged with manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide in the May death of Jordan Neely. Penny said he acted to protect himself and others from Neely, who he says was threatening passengers. A new lawsuit claims an Oceanside Animal Hospital fired a vet after she complained about substandard care. A former Animal Surgical Center of Long Island veterinarian says she was fired after informing the hospital's founding doctor she was pregnant. Dr. Mariana Pardo claims the firing retaliation for reporting the use of unlicensed technicians and the unsafe administration of drugs to pets. More affordable housing in the Hamptons. Southampton Town wants to build 36 affordable units here in Watermill. The land along Montauk Highway costs just over $4 million. The board is considering implementing a 0.5% tax on real estate transactions to pay for it. A crackdown in the town of Babylon. Code violations could now cost you 400% more. Town council members approved the fee hike last month. The fine for civil offenses now ranges between $500 and $1,500. Town officials say the increase will focus on building and environmental violations. Checking out your hyper-local forecast, cold today, highs around 25 degrees. Tomorrow, cloudy and highs around 33 degrees. And here's a look at your futurecast. Possible chance of snow coming Friday morning and will continue through Saturday. A look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Home Tax Saver, PTRC Incorporated.
Winds of change. We toured Long Island's first offshore wind farm. Steve Langford has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
35 miles east of Montauk, the winds of change as New York begins creating green energy for Long Islanders.
The first turbine is in the water, the first offshore wind turbine, but it's the first of what will be thousands.
Newsday's Mark Harrington was on the trip to Long Island's first offshore wind farm.
The first blade is spinning and delivering energy to Long Island. A second blade is in place and it should be spinning pretty soon. The turbines themselves are just around 800 feet tall. So they're monsters in the water.
And the cost of building these giant turbines is increasing, causing higher than projected costs, both for developers of these offshore farms and for Long Island ratepayers.
You're going to see a slow increase to reflect some of the higher costs for these things.
LIPA says Long Island will get 50% of its power from offshore wind by 2030.
Well, certainly time is of the essence. We're not retiring plants until we have replacements, and offshore wind is going to be a central aspect of those replacements.
The federal government has just announced its approval of an environmental impact statement for another wind farm project called Sunrise Wind.
Sunrise Wind, which is the project, again, major project for Long Island, would potentially powering hundreds of thousands of homes on Long Island.
This as the daunting economics of building these 800-foot-tall wind turbines are now forcing some developers to consider trying to rebid these projects to make them financially viable. Steve Langford for Newsday TV.
Read more about offshore wind farms on Newsday.com. Just click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. A recipe for fun. You can make your own snow. Elisa DiStefano has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
At Not Just Art in Oyster Bay, any day can be a snow day.
We make snow.
2 simple ingredients provide endless entertainment and enrichment.
For this particular snow, when there are so many, there's about 1.5 cups of baking soda in it, and then they're going to get 1/4 cup of hair conditioner. This one is moldable. That's the fun part about this one, and it's a really good sensory experience for them.
First comes the mixing.
It is soft. See if you need your stick to help get it out.
Then the molding.
Right, now use your hands and mush it.
It does feel like snow.
Mold, right?
Then it's time to play with the snow and create. That's a good snowball.
Sure is. They get really inventive with their play. How about who wants some penguins?
And make snow scenes of all sorts.
Did everyone have so much fun?
I did! Elisa DiStefano, Newsday TV.
Read more about making your own snow on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
In this day and age of social media and of misinformation everywhere you look, it's so critical for my work to come from a respected, trusted source where readers know they can trust it day in and day out.
Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Thank you so much for watching. We'll leave you with a look at your hyperlocal 7-day forecast. Stay warm.